Now, the inquiry into the contaminated blood scandal of the 1970s and 80s has been hearing from Lord Clarke, Kenneth Clarke, who served as both Health Minister and Health Secretary during the 1980s. So far, around 3,000 people are thought to have died after being given blood treatments containing HIV and hepatitis C. Our health correspondent Jim Reid has the story.
3 days old on video. 4 days old.
Jason Evans is 31 years old. His father was the same age when he died after being given a treatment he thought would transform his life.
There are very few home videos I have where he is actually on camera, especially because, you know, he was aware that he'd lost a lot of weight, you know, what AIDS does to the body.
Thousands of haemophiliacs were infected with HIV and hepatitis after being given contaminated blood products. Their relatives have been looking for answers ever since.
How did it happen? Why did it happen? Who is responsible? Why hasn't anyone been held to account? And one of those people that I personally feel is to blame is Ken Clarke.
Lord Clarke was the minister responsible for health in the 1980s, just as AIDS emerged. 40 years on, he took the stand at the inquiry into what's been called the worst medical disaster in NHS history.
Blood products was something that hardly ever came across my desk. I mean, obviously, as the tragedy with the haemophiliacs began to develop, I was aware it was there, and as you know, from time to time, usually at my own instigation, got on the edge of it. But I didn't call meetings on. I was never the minister directly responsible for blood products.
Later, Lord Clarke appeared irritated at some of the questioning.
Why do we have to go in such meticulous detail? It's just frightfully interesting, no doubt, but pretty pointless.
Jason watched the inquiry in person today, there to see a senior minister at the time give evidence.
What I think most of us regard as the obvious truth is that there was a lot that could and should have been done differently. And the question, I suppose, is will he accept that?
Decades ago, thousands like Jason's father were infected by NHS treatment. It may still take many more years for families to piece together the events that led to that disaster. Jim Reid, BBC News.